How's it going, everyone? I am Sean. I'm Steven Seagal. I'll explain in a second. Let's finish. Come on, Ben.
And I am Benjamin Walters. Welcome into the Two Irish Brothers. Before we get too far into the video, please smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you haven't and you hit subscribe, please make sure that you click the bell icon so you're always notified when a new video is posted or a short. So,
I better explain first why I'm Steven Seagal. So early on our show's TikTok page, I made a short talking about very briefly about the James Franklin firing, and I don't want to get too far into that. That's big news, but it's not our problem. But I had some guy in the comment section say that I look like Steven Seagal. Can you believe that? Let's bring it up. Let's have some fun. If I can find it, where's it at? Yeah. What do you think?
yeah. Yeah, it's not far off.
All I know is I had to make a separate short talking about that today. That made my day. Sean, you look like Steven Seagal. So why not have the name be Steven Seagal for this one episode? Why not? Anyway, yeah, let's get to business. So Notre Dame is coming off another big win from over NC State. Great win. I'm not going to lie, though. That first half drove me a little crazy.
Yes. I'll let you give your thoughts first, and then I have some thoughts.
What, on the whole game or just the first half?
The first half. Well, right. The whole game, but the first half, yes.
Okay, well, the first half, we start off great. Get the touchdown, but then we just seem to stall.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was great getting the lead right before the half and all that. And I had a good feeling that we were going to rebound because we've done a pretty good job at making halftime adjustments, at least for the last 4 games anyway. But it was kind of scaring me there for a while. Like, the first 3 games, it's been the offense having to bail out the defense because the defense is playing like crap. And now it's been the opposite.
Yeah.
And, of course, I start to worry like the worry wart that I am with this team. And, things go on to turn out all rosy and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, Notre Dame has a track record, so there's that. But, yes, offense came out pretty flat in the first half. But then they put on their big boy pants and went on a 1-minute drill instead of a 2-minute drill and took the lead and momentum in at half, and the rest is history. Defense looked good, like
very good,
very good. And we should have had 2 interceptions, not 1. Once again, the refs were very atrocious at times. The completed pass by NC State that was quote unquote upheld.
Oh, that was bad.
And then the interception being not called an interception, because if you're gonna be like that, then at least be consistent. Okay. And there was no consistency. So it was back forth on calls. Like calls that you thought weren't gonna go that way went that way, and calls that you didn't think were gonna go that way did. It was stupid. But overall, the defense shined greatly in this game. And now it was nice, though, I will say, and now it is nice to say that the defense can be relied upon because they were in this game.
Oh, yeah.
When the offense stalled, the defense had to come up big, and they did. What I really liked, though, is that you're going to have games like this against good teams, okay? teams that are way better than NC State. Okay. And how you respond to that and halftime adjustments and how you come out and finish the game is the mark of a good football team. And Notre Dame came out in like an Alabama fashion, put their foot on NC State's throat and didn't let up, and then pulled away.
It was wonderful.
And I loved seeing that. That was awesome to see. Because in the past, this would have been down to the wire, and it would have taken like a last-second field goal to win this game.
Well, and that's what I'm talking about, being a worrywart and all
So, but like I said, NC State, Notre Dame has had a track record. So you still get that little PTSD coming in a little bit when these kinds of things happen.
You're not kidding, man.
But
I had it going on big time.
Overall, though, solid win. A solid win, and good momentum into the incredibly important Southern Cal game.
Yes. And of course, we'll save that for the preview.
Later. But yes.
But let's just keep talking about pretty much everything was good. Aside from one sloppy half by the offense, they really did shine. I mean, CJ Carr just continues to impress. Well over 300 yards passing in this game. He had the one interception, but okay, whatever. But 19 of 31, 342 yards, 2 touchdowns, the 1 pick.
Yep.
Now, let me tell you something, or someone who really had a game that deserves a lot of credit here, wide receiver Will Pauling.
Yep. And tight end Eli Raridan, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Both of them bowled out. And Pauling had a great game. Raridan came up when we needed him the most, though, and like those 2 catches at the very end of the first half to put us in field goal range, and for him to have the wherewithal to not fight for extra yards and get out of bounds to stop the clock was awesome. So, yeah. But yeah, both of those kids had a phenomenal game.
Well, and the crazy part with Pauling is, what was it, like 93 yards or 93 yards of his 105 were in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's all good though, because he found the end zone late when we needed him. So it's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, the transfer stepping up big. And how about KK Smith?
Yep.
Yeah, we really haven't heard his name this year, but he came through with 3 catches, 59 yards, and the 1 touchdown. Yep. And Jordan Faison, he didn't have a touchdown, but man, he made some nice catches to really put us in place to set us up for some scores.
Yep.
So you don't always have to be finding the end zone to be impactful.
Yep.
And of course, the running game looking great.
Love and Price doing what they do, and got to give it to him. Tyler Buckner with a very clutch 3-yard run on 4th down.
That was a ballsy call to do that,
dude. Freeman and the offense, and I mean I should say Denbrock, but Freeman and Denbrock have gotten very, very aggressive. And I'm okay with it, because here's the way I look at 4th downs. If you make it, everybody thinks you're a freaking genius. And if you fail, everybody thinks you're an idiot. So who cares? Just go for it.
The only problem I had with that, and I got to point this out real quick, is sometimes, like, okay, we do the rollout pass on the 4th and 1 or the 4th and goal. Don't do that. It's like when Denbrock gets in these situations, this is where he continues to outcoach himself. Right. Put your trust in your offensive line. They're big.
And your running backs. Right.
And your running backs. Yeah. You've got the perfect combination. Get the push and score. You don't need to try all this fancy rollout trickery crap. Just
what I would actually like to see?
What's that?
Here's what I would like to see. And maybe Denbrock's listening, and maybe it happens. Who knows?
Like Denbrock's really watching us.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to see where we do like a double reverse with Price and Love. Like you get Love coming on the edge and he gets the ball and then everybody crashes and then he hands it back off to Price and he goes up the middle where no one's at.
All right, I'll tell you this. If that happens against USC, then we'll know that he's watching.
Right. But I mean, something like that, because I mean, you know that like everybody is going to think that Love's getting the ball. Like, why don't we do something like that as opposed to, like you said, rolling out and throwing, I don't understand some of those calls, but then again, I'm not coaching. So who knows?
Yeah, I guess if coaching was easy, then everybody would
do it. Yeah,
we certainly wouldn't be here doing the show.
Yep.
So stick with what you're good at.
But you talk about life comes at you fast in college football. Look at Penn State. Like, and it's not even me trying to take a shot. Like, it's just holy crap. I mean, 1 week you are looking to be a national title contender, and then 2 weeks later you fired your head coach. Like, that's just crazy. Just crazy.
I did a short about that this morning, which I'm sure you probably saw, Ben, but are you shocked that and we had someone make a good point, but do you think they should have let him finish out the season?
No.
Or do you think it was right to fire him halfway through the season?
Yeah. It was right to fire him, in my opinion.
Because
here's the way I look at it. You've lost that locker room. You've lost it. Because
it's true.
You can't come out. Once is a fluke. It can be a fluke. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like every team loses a game against a team they shouldn't lose to. I mean, even the mighty Alabama lost to teams from time to time like that. But then you need to see the team like Notre Dame did last year after the Northern Illinois loss respond. How do you respond? How do you make the adjustments? How do you get back on track? And then to fall flat on your face again against a Northwestern team at home, not even on the road, at home, the way they did, no. You've lost that locker room.
Well, and wasn't this like the third game they've lost where they were a 20-point favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
that's grounds for fire.
They're 0-3 in the Big Ten. The only wins they have are to FCS teams at this point. Like, I mean, yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But full circle back to NC State. NC State had some chances and we shut them down. And that's what I liked seeing. The interceptions we had when we had them were awesome. And you could tell that NC State was very, very frustrated at times. There were a couple scrums, if you will, that I don't know how many people saw unless you were actually at the game, but NC State was upset and bothered. So
I saw a couple pictures of it. I didn't realize there was a big ordeal.
But yeah, so I like it, and you need this momentum. Like this was a turning point game in my opinion in the season. If you can put up against NC State and not take a step back, then the Southern Cal game is winnable, and Southern Cal took a major step forward this past weekend.
Yes.
And it's not, and I can't stand Southern Cal. I hate them more than any other team in the country.
But
they looked really good. They looked really good against Michigan. They didn't at first. It was kind of back and forth, kind of like our game. And then USC put their foot on their throat and pulled away. So
I'll just finish that by saying this. They took a step forward for us to knock them back a step.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Overall, I'm happy. I'm happy that we're at where we're at. I mean, obviously, undefeated would be the ultimate, but we can't go back to that. So all we can do is move forward.
We got ourselves into a very good spot right now. We moved up three spots in the AP poll. And again, I'll say it again for the millionth time.
It don't matter. It's just a stepping stone and a telling point.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly. I'll say that every year.
But it's nice to see that we're on the bubble.
Yes.
Looking in, and I feel like if Notre Dame, and I mean, we'll talk about this in the preview too, but if Notre Dame can beat Southern Cal after this NC State win and either beat them handily or slightly, I feel like we jump into the top 12. That's just how I feel. So, yeah, all in all, solid game. And you saw the maturation. I mean, like, CJ Carr continues to improve because he had the exact same situation in one of his touchdown passes that he had in Boise State last week. And instead of overthrowing his receiver, he put it right on the money.
Yes.
And that's what you like seeing. So all in all, I'm impressed. And let's keep it going.
And the best part is he's facing his growing pains, but he's learning from them and he's recovering.
Yeah.
So phenomenal job what CJ's doing.
Yep.
And so yeah, next week is another chance. Big opponent coming to town, or another ranked opponent, and we'll just have to wait and see.
Yep.
So with that said, I am Sean Moerity.
I'm Benjamin Walters.
This has been the Two Irish Brothers Show. And on that note, as we always say, good night, God bless, and go Irish.
Go Irish.